This week we're back in Auckland visiting Brenda Kelly, who's managed to transform a 20-foot shipping container into an incredible off-grid tiny home.
Hey, Grace.
Hey Brenda, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Nice
How
to
are
see you.
You too.
This is absolutely spectacular.
Thank you.
What a beautiful place.
Yeah, I certainly love it. Container homes are something I've been passionate about since I was a little girl, actually. I didn't realise how young it started until I was going through my old journals, and back when I was even 13, I was scribbling little diagrams of containers and how to make the most of the space with different furniture and layout options, and it's just gone from passion to a hobby, and I eventually decided, you know, why don't I just do this?
So how big is the shipping container?
Shipping container is a 20-foot container, so it's roughly 6 metres long by about 2.5 metres wide.
Wow.
So the interior bit that I've got here is about 4 metres long, so it comes to just under 10 square metres.
Wow, okay. That's incredible. Because I mean, when you think of somebody doing a 20-foot shipping container build, the last thing that you would expect is that they only use 4 metres of it.
Correct,
right?
yes. What I wanted to do is keep it under 10 square metres, because that's the council requirement for not requiring building consent.
Right. Great solution.
Yeah.
Was it tough to build in that amount of space?
It wasn't actually. There's a lot of planning that goes into it, but I fitted absolutely everything I need, and I'm really stoked with the results, so it's been great.
Okay, let's have a look inside.
Okay, come on in.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome.
This is beautifully done.
Thank you.
When I saw how big the space was from the outside, I would have never guessed it would be this spacious inside.
Yeah, I think using white a lot helps certainly give it that feel, and given I've got a mezzanine floor as well, it's given it a bit more, the high roof, and especially the window view where you just come in, you just hit with that beautiful view, I think really adds to it as well.
And I think what you've done by actually elevating the living area above the sleeping area as well is really clever, because that's just given that whole place a real feeling of greater spaciousness when you kind of look up to it and it extends out in front of you, eh?
Absolutely. So it's a bit of, do I put the living area up the top, which is traditionally what you do in a tiny house, but I didn't want to sort of be hit with that floor level at eye level. I wanted to be able to come in and see the view and have that feeling of spaciousness. So yeah, I've put the bedroom down below.
Sure.
And fortunately I'm young enough that getting on my knees is not an issue, so it's worked really well. I'm really happy I did make that call.
And how high is it in here in total?
It's a high cube container, so it's roughly 2.9, and given I've got insulation, the ceiling down, it's probably about 2.7 at the moment.
Right, okay. And when it divides up into those two separate compartments over there, what are we looking at there?
The bottom one's roughly 1 metre in high.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I could still sit up in bed and read a book and things like that, so
Of course,
I've got just the right amount of headroom, and then this is roughly, I think, 1.65, so
Right.
you won't be able to stand up. I can't quite stand up, but when you think about it, when you're in your living room, you're not really standing anyway, you're sitting down, so it hasn't been a problem at all. You just got to remember to not hit your head the first time, and then you learn.
Absolutely. And you've got a lovely, great big sofa space there as well. I mean, that'd be lovely for lounging out on.
It is, and it's great actually. This doubles as a bed as well if I have guests over. It's also a double bed. This comes up, and then I've got my library and linen cupboard in the far end there as well. It pops up and there's storage underneath, so every bit of furniture in here has got sort of built-in storage of some description to make the most of the space.
And the kitchen is gorgeous. Again, you've managed to pack a whole lot into a very small amount of space, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the height certainly helps. You can have sort of full height cupboards, and you've also got storage up top.
Sure.
But yeah, it's everything I need. The fridge is just the perfect size for me. I've got my drawers, my pantry, my cutlery, everything's got its space, and yeah, it's great.
And the office space here as well?
Yes, so I work from home 2 days a week, so it's important I have my own sort of dedicated desk, and this just fits perfectly into the space. The only non-12 volt appliances I have, I've got a little CAN inverter that I use, that's 150 watts, and you just plug it in. All these plugs I've got around the place are all 12 volts, so cigarette lighter or USB.
Right. Fantastic.
So I can charge my cell phone, run my printer, for example, will run off this, charging my camera batteries and my drill battery. About the only things I need 240 volts for, and this runs those fine. So
let's check out the lounge.
okay.
Yeah, see, this is a really, really lovely space, isn't it?
Thank you.
And what an incredible view you have out here as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's my favourite seat in the house you've got right there, just looking out over the bush.
I can imagine why. And so the 12 volt TV up there as well?
Yes, 12 volt TV with built-in DVD player.
Right.
And it's funny, actually, I've got a DVD of a fireplace. So, you know, in winter when I have friends around, come on in, I've got the fire on. So it's quite good, yeah.
Well, there's an aquarium up there right now.
There's an aquarium up there right now, yes. Cat's favourite program.
I bet. So let's check out the sleeping area.
Okay, yeah, come on in.
This space is so cozy.
Yeah, it's just the right height. I can sit up in bed and read a book and whatnot and not hit my head. I can make the bed quite comfortably.
Yeah.
It's the perfect height, really.
Absolutely. And the lighting here as well?
Yes, we've got strip lighting along the wall, and we've also got little individual lights for reading by as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. And you've got your wardrobe all along the back wall there as well?
I do, yes. So I've got a couple of shelving units with a rail in between for hanging storage. So, okay. Ready to go on in.
Oh wow! See, this is actually a really lovely space.
Yeah, I do like to be able to have a shower and wash my hair without hitting my hands, so I've kind of gone for a 900 wide shower instead of your traditional 750.
Right.
And it is a good space. There's enough room to change and things like that, which is great.
Absolutely. And I really like what you've done here with the clear light roofing as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Lets in heat, some natural light, natural warmth. It's great too. You feel like you're in the middle of the bush when you're showering. Got a little kingfisher that sits on the clothesline and watches me. And
yeah, absolutely.
that real outdoors, bringing the outdoors in. And it's I love it. This is the utilities cupboard as well as additional storage.
Right.
So obviously we've got our hot water heating unit up the top. Got all my camping gear and tools and stuff. And right down the bottom here, on a little drawer is where I've got my two 6-volt batteries.
Right.
Along with my 12-volt pump and accumulator tank under there. All my fuses and things are all tucked away in this cupboard.
And so the solar control unit's here as well?
It is, yes. So at the moment, even though it's slightly overcast, I can tell that we're drawing in close to 1 amp.
Right.
And about 1 amp going out at the moment as well because I've got some lights on. So overall, I've drawn in 964 amp hours and used 805. So as you can see my little picture there's a battery with a smiley face. So as long as he's happy, I'm happy.
Sounds good to me. And you've put it on concrete blocks.
I have, yes.
So this is just a tyre that's been filled with concrete?
That's correct, yes. So given it's just a temporary dwelling, and also the beauty of containers, you actually only need to support the 4 corners because they're designed obviously to have that structural integrity and just need support there. So concrete blocks was all I really needed.
And this container's off-grid as well, isn't it?
It is.
So can you tell me about some of the off-grid features that have been built into it?
I sure can, yes. So I've got two 12-volt batteries, two 6-volt batteries connected in series to give me 12-volt. Everything is wired up 12-volt. There aren't many appliances these days that you can't get 12-volt, so I've just done it that way. It means I could do all the wiring myself as well. You don't need an electrician.
Sure.
I've got two 135-watt solar panels on the roof.
Right.
And they basically just charge the batteries, and yeah, it's given me everything I need.
And what about rainwater collection?
Well, if you want to come around the other side, I can show you what I do there.
Let's go.
So at the moment, I'm just collecting rainwater from the roof of the shed, which is only about 2 square metres.
Right.
Goes into the guttering, as you can see. Now this, I've got a hedgehog gutter system, and how that works is that basically there's like a cylinder inside the downpipe, and the rainwater comes around the outside of the downpipe, fills up, goes through this lovely tube here into the 2 tanks I have set up.
Right.
So I've got two 220 litre tanks connected to each other. Rain goes into the first one. As water seeks its own level, they both fill at the same rate. And once they fill up, the water comes back up here, comes back up the drain flow, and then comes down the inner tube and out through the stormwater, which I'll connect up. I haven't had to do that yet.
Right. So you've got 440 litres of water to work with.
Correct.
How are you getting on with that?
It's been fine. I mean, I've been here 3 weeks. We have had a fair bit of rain, but
right.
I mean, it's just showering and washing that you're really using the water for.
Sure.
And I haven't come close to running out. So
fantastic. Do you have a way of monitoring how much you've got inside the tanks?
Yeah, knock on it. Very
high-tech solution.
High-tech solution.
But effective.
Very effective.
All right, I like
it. I can always undo and pour more in if I have to. So, but it hasn't come to that yet. It's been fine. So I've got kind of an undercover entranceway.
Right.
It also has my utilities cupboard, which is storing my batteries and my water pump, as well as a whole lot of my tramping gear and things like that. But the plan is also that these container doors, they still open right the way up.
Right.
So once the weather gets better and I do my landscaping, I'll have a nice little patio out here, and then those doors can open, big indoor-outdoor flow.
And so tell me a little bit about the build process. Did you do a lot of the build yourself?
I did in the end, yeah. Contracted out the sourcing and fitting out of the container. I sourced the windows and the doors, a lot of things second-hand to try and save on costs, but I gave it to the professionals to install. Yielding a welder isn't one of my strong points. But yeah, I sourced a lot of the materials myself, and then when it came to doing the painting and the installation and assembly and everything, between me and my dad, we've managed to kit it out.
And so the big question, what was the budget?
The budget was around 30 grand.
Yeah.
And I've come in, I haven't added up the final tally, but I think I'm probably around 30, 35 grand.
I think for what you have accomplished here, that's a really, really good price.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with it. I mean, there's a lot of labour obviously that didn't go into that into that costing. If I was to add that on, it'd be another 20 grand. But no, it's been a labour of love, and I've loved every minute of it. And yeah, really happy with the result.
Well, thank you so much for showing us around your
you're
beautiful
welcome.
house. It's been a real pleasure, and I think you've created something here that you can really be proud of.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Creating a comfortable living space in 10 square metres is an incredibly big design challenge, and I think Brenda has done a fantastic job in really making it into a reality. It's really obvious how much thought and design has gone into each and every aspect of the house, and that means she's managed to create something that's going to be a comfortable home for many years to come.